The Chicago Bears lose in Week 16, 34-17, as the Lions handle their business to improve to 13-2. Bears fall to 4-11 as they have now lost 9 games in a row. Welcome into our Bears Now postgame show. My name is Harrison Graham. Give our thoughts on this one. Talk about Caleb Williams. Thought there were some positives there, but all in all, just another pretty dreadful performance, if we're being completely honest. If you are sick of the Chicago Bears, hit that like button. Wouldn't blame you if you were. I'm at least sick of this season. Like, still going to be here every day, still going to be dropping videos, still going to hold some hope for the future, but the team this year is just, it's time for this season to end. It really, really is. So hit that like button if you're with me as this continues to just be an absolute disaster. All right, Bears lose 34-17. Let's start with the quarterback, and then we'll get to some other things. But I thought there were some positive signs here offensively from Caleb. Again, it was a slow start, but it wasn't as slow of a start for as long. First drive, they go 3 and out. Second drive, they run a jet sweep to Odunze. Caleb puts it right in the breadbasket. Odunze fumbles it. Third drive, they get a big chunk play to Odunze on a screen. He fumbles again, so you're just like, this is a train wreck. But after that, the offense and Caleb settled in. They had 3 straight scoring drives, 2 touchdowns to end the first half, field goal to start the second half. That was a good stretch, 26 of 40, 334, 2 touchdowns. I thought he played pretty well. Considering Braxton Jones left this game in an aircast, I think it's safe to say his season is over. Big picture, left tackle, what does that mean? Tevin Jenkins left the game early with the calf, so you had Larry Borum at left tackle and Jake Curran at left guard, who I thought held up for the most part in pass pro until the fourth quarter, and then Detroit started teeing off on Caleb. He took a lot of big hits in the final period, but I thought this was a good game from Caleb. Good bounce back after the last couple of weeks. Definitely the best he's played since the last time they played Detroit, or really probably that first Minnesota game. So something to build off of for sure. I understand Detroit's got a lot of backups out there, but you got 3 backup offensive linemen playing. So, you play with whatever the circumstances are. And, the eyes, you got to trust the eyes. And made several good throws, did the little cover 2 beater to Keenan Allen for a 45-yard touchdown. That was the throw he overthrew last week on the left side. This week does it again, hits him in stride. So, building off of that mistake from a week ago. Had a couple of seam shots, one to DJ Moore, a couple to Rome Odunze. Keenan had a hell of a game. I know I've been hard on him with his hands, but he was catching everything today. So I think there's some things to be optimistic about. The Keenan thing is going to be interesting. Caleb clearly likes throwing to him. He trusts him. What's his price tag going to be? You got to prioritize the trenches, but if there's some sort of 1 or 2 year deal that can be somewhat team-friendly and cap-friendly, I'm definitely not against bringing him back. I know it's been week to week in that regard, but if he's going to make plays like he did today, he's certainly a player you're going to have to discuss and discuss heavily. And once again, you can't run the ball. 20 yards on 9 carries for DeAndre Swift, that is pitiful. They tried a couple gadget run plays that didn't work. DJ Moore fumbled one as well. He picked it up, but we talked about the Odunze fumbles. This team just makes so many mistakes. Putting the ball in the dirt, missing blocks, penalties left and right. Once again, they actually, let's do this first, then I want to talk about a repeat offense that has happened to this football team all year. Great Caleb today. I'd give him like a solid B. It wasn't like earth-shattering stuff. You did lose the game handedly, but I thought he was pretty good. I thought it was one of his better games in a while. So I give him a solid B performance. Drop your letter grade down in the comments below. All right. As you guys look at some other numbers that will be flashed on screen, you guys can just absorb all of that. I got to talk about something that is just maddening. How many times this year have me, producer Cullen, probably a lot of you at home, before a play happens, be like, hey, they're probably going to do this. Don't fall for it. And what I'm referring to today is in the first half, it's 4th and 1.5. The play clock is longer than the game clock before the 2-minute warning. So what I mean is the Lions do not have to snap the ball. But like any smart team, they ran They got to the line of scrimmage and hard counted. Hey, if they jump, cool. If not, we'll make a decision after the 2-minute warning to either kick or go for it. I'm literally sitting here. Hey, they're going to hard count. Don't jump. They don't have to snap the ball. Not only do they jump, 3 people jumped. Austin Booker got called with the penalty. He's a rookie, so I'm not saying that's acceptable, but that's a little more understandable. But I know DeMarcus Walker jumped as well, and I think a third guy did too. That's happened like 6 times this year. Obvious textbook hard count situations where the defense jumps. Everyone on their couch at home is saying, hey, don't fall for it. What do? They fall for it. I mean, there's been so many times. Like, I'm not patting myself on the back, but it's just so obvious. It's like before the Hail Mary. Like, everyone at home is probably, take a timeout, Eberflus. Let's settle this down. Make sure you know what you want to do. We're not going to take a timeout. Hey, they're gonna hard count here. Don't jump off sides. 3 guys jump off sides. It's a metaphor for this team. They're not smart. They're not well coached. They're undisciplined as hell. How many more penalties today? Looks like that. 10 penalties for 70 yards. It's bad football, man. And a lot of this stuff is basic. Multiple false starts today. I get you got backup linemen out there. Jake Curran, though, false starting on a key 3rd and 6. It's just like, come on, man. It's just bad. It's really, really bad. And it's frustrating to watch because today you actually – this has to be said as well. Would it have mattered in the outcome? No. But Thomas Brown kicking a field goal down 34-14 mid-late third quarter when a field goal turns a 3-score game into still a 3-score game on 4th and 6 or 7. It's not like it was 4th and 20. It's like, well, you got to kick. Like, no, you're inside the 20. It's 4th and 6 or 7. Like, this is a manageable situation. And he kicks the field goal to cut it from 20 to 17. You have not slowed them down all day. You need touchdowns. Like, I don't want to say I've given Thomas Brown a pass, but I've tried to, not just completely lay into him because he's had to go from pass game coordinator to OC to head coach in a matter of weeks. This clearly has been a lot for him to take in, but you just can't do that. I mean, that's you're not understanding the situation whatsoever. So that wasn't good. I mean, the whole stadium was booing. Caleb was barking at the sideline because it's common sense. You go for it there. And the one good thing about making the Flus switch and going to Thomas Brown is at least you 100% know it was always going to be an incredible long shot for Thomas Brown to take this interim gig and be the permanent head coach. But clearly, and as I'm filming this postgame show, they're showing the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary against the Bears. I mean, I'm just freaking cursed at this point. Clearly, Thomas Brown is not going to be the head coach. He'll be an assistant somewhere, probably not here. I wish him well. But, yeah, that was just egregious. Not smartly coached. Not smartly not smart decisions. The low IQ decisions have continued without Matt Eberflus, both from a player and a coach standpoint. So, this team needs the offseason. That's clear. It honestly would be perfect if the season ended today because Caleb at least would have finished the season on a pretty good note, pretty good performance. But got 2 more, quick turnaround, and we'll see how it goes. More thoughts here as we'll kind of talk big picture things as well. But first, got to talk about our sponsor, Rocket Money, personal finance app that can help you find and cancel any subscriptions that you no longer want, help you set budgets, send you alerts throughout the week to make sure you're staying on top of those budgets, and you can also lower your bills by up to 20%. The way to do that is to take a picture of your bill, upload it onto Rocket Money, and they will take a look at it for you and see if there's any deals out there to lower that bill for you, sometimes by up to 20%. Most Americans think that they, as Jaden Daniels just threw a touchdown with 5 seconds left, most Americans think that they're spending $62 per month on subscriptions. That number is closer to $300. Sign up, sync up your bank account. You'll see how much per month you're spending on subscriptions right now. RocketMoney.com/BearsNow. That is RocketMoney.com/BearsNow. Get started today. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. It's Rocket Money. Link is in the comments and in the description of this video. All right, big picture. I'll just briefly hit this We'll probably dive into this more tomorrow. Tom Pelissero reported before the game that Ben Johnson is intrigued and, quote, willing to listen, close quote, to what the Bears have to say about their head coach opening. He's been very selective, so if you at least get an interview with him, that's a positive sign. You would think the appeal of this job is Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams in 2 games against Ben Johnson has thrown for right around 600 yards and 5 touchdowns. So in the 2 games against Detroit, he's seen him in person. He's played pretty well. Is that the difference in Ben Johnson wanting this job? I don't know. But for me, it's a clear top option right now. Ben Johnson is that guy. Doesn't mean I'm not open-minded to others. Doesn't mean others shouldn't get interviewed but be in the mix. But this is the guy for me. If you can get Ben Johnson, that is the answer. They ran a play today, and I swear I've said this like 6 times this year about Detroit's offense. They ran a play today I've never seen before. And I don't think we should fall obsessed with trick plays because trick plays are irrelevant if you can't do the basic stuff. But they ran a play where Goff is under center. He fake stumbles on a play action. Gibbs falls to the ground. Goff turns around and throws a touchdown to a wide open Sam Laporta. I've never seen it before. Got the defense napping because they thought Goff was going to stumble to the turf. It's just crazy stuff. And you see it every week. They're trying different stuff. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But the principles of their offense always work. A lot of creative screens, attacking the middle of the field, using their playmakers to their full strength. We saw a deep shot to Jamison Williams. Be nice if the Bears had a burner like that. That could win over the top. I'm not saying Tyler Scott's Jamison Williams, but I'd like to see him get a chance to run a route every once in a while instead of throwing the ball to Colin Johnson earlier in the game for some freaking reason. But Benny J's the guy. Like, that is the guy I want. We might have to start a hire Ben Johnson petition. We had a fire Flus petition. May have to go hire Ben Johnson now. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. But Bears lose again 34-17 as they fall to 4-11 on the season. The Lions improve to 13-2, and the Eagles just lost. So Detroit and Minnesota, NFC North controls their full destiny to the number 1 seed in the NFC. My name is Harrison Graham. Hit that subscribe button. Prayers up for Braxton Jones. That did not look good. We'll see you guys soon.